What is up, gamers? This is your buddy Aubrey. I got some exciting news today. If you look to my left, which is your right of the screen, I have gone ahead and purchased the Arcade1up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So today we're going to go ahead and put this together. We're going to do this live stream so you can see all the trials and tribulations and how much I'm going to hate my life putting it together because it's a massive, massive thing. So stay tuned. We're going to check this out and see how it works. Ninja Turtles. So today. Alright, so of course you decided to go ahead and go a little bit crazy over here. Let's move this all this stuff out of the way here, so I can get this all put together. Gonna move things around as you can see. I'm actually gonna put it on the floor here. Got my screwdriver set, and we will try to go from there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to share this on a couple of my other things like Facebook and such. So if you see me just kind of sitting here, I apologize. I'm not trying to just sit here. Let's see. We're gonna. What the heck? Alright, I'm trying to look at where I'm supposed to watch this so I can share it with people. And I hope it didn't just mess things up for me. Where is my channel? There I am. Alright, let me go ahead and share this on my Facebook. Alright, I'm trying to look at where I'm supposed to watch this so I can share it with people. Alright, hold tight, guys. I'm going to get this shared. Alright guys, there we go. I got it shared on a couple of my other platforms, so hopefully you guys are able to watch this just fine and watch me cry a little bit. So here we go. I'm gonna move the camera around. Alright. Get this on the floor. Obviously this box is freaking-gantic, so hopefully you can understand how this is going to take a little bit of time to do. Alright, let's get a little flathead here. And, well, this has already been opened. Oh, not one of them has. That's what to say. All right. All right, let me adjust this a little bit better. Yes, I'm in shorts, so you're going to see my pasty white legs throughout this. Sorry, guys. Ta-da! Most important part, the instructions. How am I going to build this thing? And you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and talk amongst yourselves in the chat, because I am watching it somewhat while I'm doing this. Oop, and I got a message. Sorry, guys. Got people already messaging me about the build. Alright, guys. So I know I got like 2 or 3 of you guys watching, so I appreciate you guys joining. I'm going to have to obviously open this. I don't have any scissors on me, but my man has made these wonderful things called flathead screwdrivers. I don't know. I'm not sure, Bill. It'll take me a little while. It might take me, well, I don't know. It's pretty freaking big. So, let's see. Do I want to do Francais, Espanol, or English? I'd probably do the English. At least as the owner's manual. This is a book. Wow, that is a pretty big book. Okay. Not too shabby. I got this. I got this. I'm going to have to vacuum after I'm done here. I'm pretty sure of that. Oh, okay, there's all the power cables. Oh. Oops. I have to dissect this box first before I actually do anything. I mean, it could take me an hour, it could take me a couple hours. Hopefully it doesn't take me that long. Oh, man, that's a heavy one. Bigger the boxes is kind of light, though. So, not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. Oh, these ones do have audio, I believe. I've seen these ones at Walmart, which is where I just got it. And you're able to actually give it a try. Oh, there's the side panel right there. Try to get the big box out of the way. All right. Now that's out of the way, let's read the evil instructions. One of these is probably the base. That's an empty box. At least that's what the box says, is it's an empty box. Let me lean this against something. Hopefully I don't scratch it up. Grab my tool kits here. Sorry guys, I'm a very popular person when I'm doing my streaming, it looks like. Alright. Gonna be down here on the floor with you guys. You look at that, that is a pretty big manual right there. And yeah, from what I've seen in the, at Walmart, Bill, is it's probably about 4.5, 5 feet, something like that. Maybe closer to 6. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see whenever I get it finished. That's another empty box. Getting the empty boxes out of the way. Okay. Of course, I'm probably going to need some of these things. We're going to set the rest of things. I need some smaller stuff. Oh, I know I had some other little pieces. bag full of goodies. I'm not usually doing that I'm looking for. Okay. Gotta be for the joysticks. These are all the pieces. Alright, check that out. You get four of these little balls right here. Yeah, I did build my PC, Bill. Got one for each of the different colors, as you can see. Alright, just put my phone off to the side there so I don't have to stand up to get to it. Yeah, my computer, I built it. I've been kind of working on it for a while. I recently did an upgrade, I think last year. A friend upgraded his computer and let me have some of his parts, so I was able to get that to upgrade my system pretty nicely. So, got a good graphics card. I had an issue with it, or at least I thought it might have been the graphics card issue, but there's a good possibility it was not. However, it was swapped out. Alright, let's put you so. That's a big box, huh? Assuming this is the riser. Now, hopefully I'm not losing you guys. Is the stream okay? At least for those of you that are with me still. Oh, this has got to be the riser. It's pretty square. And sorry if it's kind of going in and out of the focus. So let me move this thing so it stops auto-focusing on me. Stream still coming through okay, Bill? Okay. Just curious because I keep seeing that I go from watching 3 and it's going down to like 0, so I'm not sure if it's just a glitch there or what. You guys may hear a little bit of thunder because we are about to storm here, I believe. Oh, where are you? Where's the rest of you? Lots of padding, lots of foam. Oop, there we go, right there. Turtles, Ninja Turtles, right there. I appreciate that, Bill. Let me move the camera just a little bit more. Maybe I can get a better angle here. So I'm going to move the camera all together. How's that? That way it's not leaning so much. There we go. How's that? Better angle? Cool. All right. This box is empty. Let's get you out of the way. Gonna make lots of noise, guys. Sorry. All right. The G panel. Okay. Well, now's where the fun starts. Oh, really? Yeah, actually I got 5. I'm seeing 4 up there. I'm not sure if one of them is because I might have it on myself. But hey, I appreciate all you guys that come out. This is actually going to be my first cabinet, cool. So I actually just did an update to my room, as you can see, like right behind me with the cubes. Those were actually pretty cool to get. They were a little bit of a pain in the butt. to put together, but took me a little time to put them together, but I was able to put them together pretty good. And my background came out really good. RP, okay. So, I do apologize in advance, guys, if this does take a while to build. So, does it look a little blurry to you? Hopefully it doesn't look too blurry to me. Maybe my chair being in the way. But this is one that I've been looking forward to. I've been wanting to get this one. Just had no idea if I was ever going to be able to get it. Ooh. Ooh, that is nice. That is clean right there. Alright, well, what pieces are what? Which one is G? RO. This other plastic and stuff out of the way. You got so much padding and packing in these things. You got the asteroids for $70? Okay. Alright, thanks for that, Clammy. Well, like I said, this is my first time I've built something like this, and who knows, maybe it won't be my last one. Oh, this is going to be probably one of the risers on the bottom down here. That's probably what I just pulled apart. Oh. So maybe this will give you guys an idea of what has actually gone into building one of these things. This is going to be for the LCD screen. Yeah, this is for the piece that goes in front. Actually, I think that is the LCD screen. Yep. So they're saying, do not return to the store in case it is screwed up, in case they did something stupid. Ah, there we go. The piece I'm looking for. That's definitely not the piece I'm looking for there, but... You guys can hear me okay? Okay, yeah, well... I am using a web camera. I thought I disabled that for the autofocus, but I guess not. Alright. G! Alright, which one of these am I doing? Yeah, if it's doing an occasional autofocus, guys, I do apologize for that. You know how web cameras can be. Goes down pretty far in there. Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm not. I just want to make sure everything looks good because my microphone's about 3 feet away from me. So. Okay, well, I'm getting right to the gist of it, and of course, what did I forget? Scissors, but I don't need them. Alright. Do this both times.
Are you getting viewers?
Hmm?
Are you getting viewers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hot dog. Alright, this is pretty cool, guys. So you can kind of see, you know, the outside of it. Hopefully the autofocus doesn't screw up too badly. And you got the inside, how they're going to have everything kind of put together. I guess it's where the actual LCD screen is going to be, and this is where all of your other pieces are going to be as well. Obviously, this is where your controller is going to actually go onto your joystick, so it's going to go straight across. So kind of cool. I'm actually pretty excited about this. Let me do this in... Oh, okay, I see what they're trying to do. Okay. Ouch. So let me do this. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. Alright. Screws. Screws are always good. Oh, yes. Lots and lots of screws. So I needed to grab my screwdriver. You got the right way or you gotta bump it? Nope, backwards. Might help for putting it the right way, right? Oh, good. I switched me out to my Phillips head. Yes, I have a power drill, but it wouldn't be the same building. It would just bzz, 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 bzz. You gotta wonder what the original arcade makers were doing when they were first coming up with the designs of these. You know, these guys were building these things by hand, but they were designing them while they were actually putting these together at the same time. So there's things we have to really kind of think about. Well, not everybody does, but maybe I do. Let's see, K, A, L. Okay, 2 in each. On each side, 2. All the way down. You know, if I had to actually eyeball these things and just be a typical guy for installing these, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, my first stream for Fortnite was not very good. Plus, for whatever reason, Fortnite kind of sucks to stream because it decides it wants to crash a lot. So that's one problem I almost always had with Fortnite, whether I was streaming here or if I was streaming it over on or if I was streaming it over on Twitch. I want it to be straight up and down. I guess so it has that uniform look. Okay. K pieces. K and L, both facing up. Which is which? There you are. L goes towards the top. Right. Yeah, L goes to the top. Well, also some things from my first live stream, as well as, you know, I upgraded some equipment. You know, I think it's been a little bit since I did my first live stream for Fortnite. That's near the top, that's near the back. My web camera was absolutely horrendous for my live stream at the time. So my current web camera, I got that a newer Logitech Stream Cam. Which I got it before the world came to an end. Should straight up and down. There we go. 2 more down, 1 in the front. How's that gonna go? Okay, it's gonna go like this. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to turn that autofocus off. That's the only thing that I've seen negative about this particular web camera is the autofocus feature is pretty bad in it sometimes. Okay. We'll do one side. Let me attach the screen. Ooh, so nice, so nice. And yeah, well, you know, I am doing this live stream. I am taking advantage of this because it is helping me get my YouTube channel out there a little more because of people actually watching it. And what am I doing here? Alright, screws, other screws. These are more brackets. More brackets to make some rackets. This bad boy was $3.99.99. Got it over at Walmart off of Ramsey Street here in Fayetteville. There's like something going over there. Yeah, something over there so I can touch it with my legs and hands. The Walmart website is kind of weird because I checked their website and they said there was none in stock. I could order it and I could pick it up on the 8th. Well, I don't like waiting. So I went down there and they actually had it in the store. So their website lied. Much like my work website, Best Buy. Their website doesn't like to work quite like it should, or could, I guess you could say. And so far as I can tell, there aren't any broken panels or anything. Which I've heard some people who have bought some of these actually had those kind of issues where, you know, the side panels or the screen right here were actually broken and cracked. I haven't come across this when it comes to this, so I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased so far. But we'll have to see if this sucker even fires up when I get it fully built. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very, very angry. Because the vehicle I put it in, well, you saw how big this box was. I couldn't put it in the trunk. No, the trunk would not lay down. Or the back seats would not lay down. So you would have found it quite humorous to see me driving down the road in a 2-door convertible with this sticking up in the air about 3 feet out of the back of the car. Alright, let's see. Try to get these things lined up as best as I can. Not sure if that's going to matter too much, but it may. It's gonna be May. Alright. There we go. That's a little bit better. I know there have been a number of other websites to actually do this in terms of an unboxing and, you know, showing how it's gonna go. But not all of them are smaller streamers like myself. What about any of you other guys that are watching? Any of you other guys have any of the Arcade1ups? Or an arcade in general? Or arcade machine in general? I think if there was any other one that I wanted to get, it might be that X-Men arcade. You know, the one that's got like 8 players. I saw something about them possibly releasing that, if they haven't already. The Mortal Kombat ones are really, really nice. I accidentally found one on the Best Buy website yesterday, looking for something for a customer. It was like $500, but, you know, it had a ton of classic stuff. You know, it had, you know, your Pac-Man games, Miss Pac-Man. I know a lot of people have, you know, taken these kind of machines and they've hacked them and done emulators in them and, you know, things like that. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to want to do that. Probably going to try to keep it as factory as they possibly can. Alright, stay tight. Toy like a toyga. Speaking of Tiger, what did you guys think of that news? Oh, thank you, Darth Sage. What'd you think of them finding Nicolas Cage to play the Tiger King in the Tiger King series that's coming out? Oh yeah, the Street Fighter one. That would be freaking awesome to have. That would really be awesome. Alright, how the... Oh, they want me to put this in here. Oh, they want me to lay this down. Alright. You guys get to see it coming together. Alright. Alright. There is the beauty on the front. Yes. Always need the money. Oh, let's see. 4 screws. Darth Sage. Is that you, Brian? Well, I haven't gotten to where I can even come close to being monetized, so I wish I could make money. If I keep doing things like this, then I might actually get it where I have a lot more people subscribing and such. The downside with YouTube is it takes a lot to be monetized. Maybe if we did something like this, and I don't know about Billy Bob Thornton there. I mean, he's... And yeah, he looks like a pedophile, but... First, gotta remember Nicolas Cage has had the mullet in at least one movie of his. Can anybody think of him having long hair in any of his movies? I know of one. Except he was a good guy. And he's not saying Carol F. and Baskins. Left and right. Hint for you. It had a big airplane in it, and he was a prisoner. There you go, Con Air. But I don't know how he's going to find the time to do it, since supposedly they're working on National Treasure Part 3. Ooh, now we're kind of skipping this part. The rest of this section right now, all together. What am I doing now? Alright. Getting these pieces. See what they're going to probably have me do. Oh, and yes, with the southern accent, that was like horrible. Yeah, that was a pretty horrible and horrific southern accent. Now this is the part that you wanted to see, Bill. Kind of, sort of. These are where the sound comes out of. You know, this is the speakers. I was wondering why I had another one. Let's see. B and M. So yes, if I can get this done and it works correctly, we are going to have some sound. Yes, I still love that part there. I'm assuming that's going to be up here somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't gotten there yet. 4 of these again. So, I think I'm going to take the rest of these. Yeah. 6 of them, yep. Probably all rest on this. Hopefully they gave me the exact amount, or I'm going to be very sad. But I might have a couple from these shelves back here that might have fit if they were missing any. I doubt it. But I would have to probably shave them down a little bit if that were going to be the case. Let's put another couple screws here. Appreciate all you guys who are sticking by to watch what I'm doing here. See how this is going to come out. There's only about 3 or 4 of you. Was it 6? But maybe they'll pop back in a little bit to see how far along I've come. Be like, boo. He's not done yet. And all he's done is talk the past 38 minutes. Another notable thing for nerds, for us nerds, yesterday was them stating, or at least Sylvester Stallone stating, that there is going to be another Demolition Man movie. I was excited to hear that because I thoroughly love the first Demolition Man. Okay. Loosen one of these up and just move it just a hair. Oops, don't break, please. Just bought you. Ooh, a little warm in here. I'm glad I had the door open. In the way. Why are you in the way? Why did you have to be built like that? Why? Are you too good for your home? You know, it's getting tight there when you start hearing squeaking. All right. What? Where are those? Oh, duh. Stupid. Oh, I see. It just sits in there. Okay. Oop, I missed one. Lost one. Little peg popped right out. Nobody knows how to use the 3C shells. Not even those who worked on the show. Probably the best thing they ever did was never tell anybody about how to do it, how to use them. Be some booty scrapages for sure. Okay, got that part up. What part of this? H. Where's H? These are your H. You're the back part, your F. Suck if I got all the way through this. Only to find out I'm missing parts. Of course, it's the very back piece. Okay, where do you go? Let's move this wire around over here. Somewhere. Oh, lost one more. Alright, oop. Toot, toot, toot. Right. There's that. Alright, now what? Oh, now to put the other side on. Alright, for your viewing pleasure there's the other side of the arcade machine. Now I get to figure out how to wiggle this in here. Wiggle your big toe. Alright, come on. Okay. Aha. There you go. This is probably going to be the worst part of this entire thing. Let's put some of these screws in. There's a couple of them popping out on me while I'm doing these. Yep. Yep, I was going to talk about that too. Oh, dang, that's where I want to go. Shoot. I've actually put the wire on the right side before I try to close it up. Go. Alright, you do not want to go down. Gonna go down, whether you like it or not. Anything else in place, you just don't want to do it. Come on. Man, you're in the right spot. Alright. Whoa. What's going? Just stab myself. There we go. Alright, the screw's not lining up like it's supposed to. Okay, why are you not lining up right? Oh. We're cutting the side just a little bit. It was just a hair off. Well, that's the thing. Is Rise of Skywalker was not that bad of a movie. Granted, it could have been better, yes. But you have to look at the content that they were working with. You know, they're working with, a story that started 30 years ago. Ooh. And a lot of stuff has changed since then in terms of writing, cinematography. And the likes of, Star Wars being owned by the mouse. Squeak, squeak. Well, once I'm able to stand this thing up, I'll adjust the microphone or the camera accordingly for you guys so you can take a look at it. Alright. Let me try and notes not. There we go. Oh, tell me to not strip that. No. Well, okay. Well, that's not going anywhere. Alright. Next page. It is coming along, guys. It is really coming along. Alright, they want me to stand her up. Alright. Still work. Work, work, work. Put some of the screws together back here. Alright, well. There we go. just a little bit. Okay. Oh, I know it's right there. Gotta find the right hole. None of you guys are allowed to facepalm on that. You know who you are. What is that? That's for audio. I know that. Oh, come on. There you go. Just gotta give it a little bit of freaking love. Yes, I've had this tool set for a while now. I think I bought this back when I was in California, but it has been a very trusty and handy screwdriver set. It isn't too bad. I think I'm only missing like one bit. Let's see if all these look like they're screwed in for fine now. Just a little bit more there, a little more torque. To screw it. Oh, no, they wanted me to screw that one up there a little tighter. Oh well. Alright, well. Crap. Oh, I twisted a little bit of the paint there. A little bit of the covering, but it's okay. Alright, game logos. What you think, guys? Coming together a little bit? Let me adjust the camera a little bit for you guys. It's not too bad. About 5'10", so not too shabby itself. Let's see, I. You are the letter I. Ah. This arcade machine was brought to you by the letter I. Oh, hey. See one slight imperfection, if you guys can see about right there. Looks like a little bump there. And that, you can see from the rest of my light, actually looks pretty good. Slight imperfection. All the way down. Yes. J. Which one is J? Jay and Silent Bob in the hizzy. In the his house. The J on the inside, why not? Alright. That's looking quite nice. Alright. Now, they want me to peel the protective layer off of the arcade screen. Since I have no fingernails, I just need an edge. That's all I need. Come on. Oh. Yes, I still have horrible fingernails. Let me get a smaller one there. Just trying not to scratch the screen at all. There we go. Get a little edge. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Unfortunately, a little piece of plastic just do not want to come off. There we go. Try to get it all off as much as I can. It's a small piece of plastic around this. Around the screws can be a little annoying, but it's okay. Alright, now what am I doing? I'm assuming joystick. Oop. Interesting, interesting. It's coming along. Alright. Now where is the actual joystick? Maybe it will be in this big box. Ouch. And I think it is. From what I recall, this thing is wider than the actual machine itself because it is one of the few one of these games that has the 4-player aspect to it. Alright, there she is, guys. Just so I can give you guys an up-close look at it, obviously before I take the plastic off of it. But it definitely looks like it would when it was in the actual arcade itself, so huzzah. Oh, that's actually just a cover there. Well, actually can come off if I decided it needed to come off. And that actually probably does come off. I don't know if I'd want it to, though. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're talking about. That's just protective film, so that will not stay on. That's going to come off. Oh, I think I lost one more person. You still with me, Bill? Alright, let's... Oh yeah, that's... Okay. Now... That is much better. Yes, definitely. 2-button game, other than start. Or player 1, 2, 3, or 4. Alright, so take this. Reach it through. Like so. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. All this packing foam out of the way. Oh, they do want me to put that thing back on. Well, what the hell did they tell me to take it off for? Oh, so I can take the film off of it. Ha! Okay. Good reason. Just gonna figure out which side it's on. Is it on both sides? Let's get that film off of there. It's one side. Yeah, it's coming along pretty good.
Put the plastic on top of it? Put the plastic on top of it?
What plastic?
Or whatever.
These? I'm taking the plastic off. It's protective covering. Oh yeah, so nice to keep it to protect it. No. Can't see all the pretty colors that are on the actual setup itself if I keep that on. Oh, we're back up to 4. What is up? Alright, let's put you back on. Are you in the right way? You were backwards. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Protective film is off. Got 4 screws to put in. There we go. Screws everywhere. Oh yeah. Got that classic, arcade sound. Clickety clack. Now the one nice thing about these newer machines right here is they're not going to use that much electricity. Unlike those old classic arcades, you pretty much need to have direct connection right to the electric company. Not too tight, don't want to crack that like I just kind of did a little bit. Assuming these are all going to go on. So get that good look to them. Got a certain way to go on so they look nice. And now for the balls in my hands. Don't laugh. Alright, come on. There we go. Funny thing is, when you go to Walmart to play these, they've actually taken the balls off them. I don't know if they took them off themselves or if people actually stole the arcade balls right off of the machines when they had them on display there. At least the one I bought this machine at had that. Yeah, we'll keep holding our breath for that, okay, Bill? After I build this, and I believe I have to put together the base for it so that I'm not sitting on the floor like I am right now to play this. I mean, if you're like maybe 10 years old without the base, you might be able to play it okay. And that's if you're a small 10-year-old. Alright. So I don't have too many extra pieces, so that's a plus. It's not like taking a car apart and, you know, having extra pieces. Okay, let's see how... Oh, I see what they're doing. I see. So what they got here is for the power plug, they got two separate ones. One that's going to go from the wall, and they have to have an adapter that's going to actually fit into it. I guess it's like an extension cable just in general. Oh, so many boxes. Well, I had the perfect place mapped out for it right here, so that's a good thing. Alright, what's supposed to go where? I still have to build that base, though. I'm gonna build that base. I don't see a bunch of pieces for it. Assuming this is the piece that plugs into the back. Then I gotta put the back on. Oh, I see. I see about a moon horizon. Power. Alright. Okay, there's that. I don't see. There's for the base. The ace. A base. Got that. I'm gonna put the back on. 3 screws for the back. Okay, they say 3 screws for the back. I say they screwed up somewhere because I don't see 3 screws. Unless it's in here. Might be one of these. Maybe. Yeah, looks good, huh? Yeah, thank you for coming back. Yeah, it's taking me a little while to put this thing together, but let me build this base first. If you want me to find 3 screws, I find there's 4 right there. But I don't know if this is C. Okay. Spare parts. Oh, that one that says E right there. Durr. I know, that's cool. Now, if you're on the toilet, well, you'd be like 90% of other Americans watching this thing being made at that point. I guess this is supposed to pop right through or something. Alright, there we go. It's supposed to do that. Three screws. All right. Because I would be weird if somebody wasn't somewhere in a bathroom watching me do this. All right, come on, where are you at? Getting tight in there. Getting tight. Tight like the Tiger King. Ew. One thing I would like though, if you guys are watching and you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, but please by all means go ahead and subscribe if you like the video. Just give it a like. Alright. Oh yeah, that's loud. And that's annoying. It is cool that this has at least 2 games on it. I know there's a couple that came out that only came out 1. Oh, nice. Someone got a one up there. Let's build the base before I plug it all together. Or plug it all in. Of course they have instructions for the base also. Yay! Work, guys. We don't need no stinking base, man. Alright, yeah we do. Gonna connect this to the back here. It's a little safety strap. I'm probably not gonna connect it to the wall like that, but I will at least have it ready if I do decide I want to kind of screw it to the wall. It's a matter of how sturdy it is, actually, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think short.
Well, that's why I have the base. The base is going to add a little bit more to it. Two screws. But only one. Pliers. Well, there's only be one screw attached. Well, yeah, one or two more games would have been nice. I mean, having one's not bad, but you start looking at the ones like, say, Mortal Kombat that had, you know, 2 or 3 actual games on it. Kind of feels like you're lacking a little bit in terms of that. Alright, well, that is fully. Oh my god, that thing's heavy. How the hell am I gonna get that up here on the pedestal? But, well, let's figure it out. A whole bunch of these little wooden things again. And what I'm going to do is, when I'm done with this, I'm going to move my webcam around, so I apologize if it gets a little shaky, jumpy, and sounds like the world's going to come to an end. I'm going to put it on a tripod I have, and then I'm going to get the camera a little bit closer so you guys can see things a little better, if that's cool. Does that sound okay, guys? RM2. This one's going to be the front. Plastic anything on it? No. RM. Stupid. No. The only downside for my current web camera is that it is a USB-C web camera, which really isn't bad because I get much better quality coming through. My old web camera transmitted horribly. Well, you'll probably get it one day. Today, not quite that day. RN. Well, when I do get to go ahead and play, you guys are going to hear a lot of clickety-clackety because that's what this particular game actually does, is a clickety-clackety kind of game. RN, RP, RM. Ooh. that. I can read. Honestly, I can. Maybe not tonight. No, it's a roommate's son. He's looking forward to seeing how it's going to look. Screw this all together. He may have to come in here and help me lift this thing. Put it on the base. But we'll see. Oh, please don't scratch it. It's too pretty of a finish to get scratched up. Yeah, it's not bad. Could be worse. Could be yelling and screaming at each other. Oops. That's gonna scratch the paint again. I don't know. Ooh, okay, not too bad. One part of it down. Well, this thing does take a little bit out of you. So it looks like this base is probably going to add about an extra foot or so onto it. The thing about using a power drill on this thing to try to screw everything in is sometimes it might go too tight and then splinter the wood, and then don't know if you've gone too far or not, and don't really need to strip out anything. Alright. Well, that's coming along, coming along, coming along. I'm definitely going to have to vacuum this floor later tonight or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I might want to play this a little bit tonight. And as for playing Final Fantasy VII, I only had a chance to play an hour so far because I get preoccupied and trying to make some videos for the YouTube channel. been working, you know.
I might have to check out your stream.
Hmm?
I might have to check out how many viewers you got.
I got about a half dozen people watching. They said they've heard you around here before, so.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You gonna need help again?
Hmm?
Are you gonna need help again?
I might need help lifting it up onto the base here whenever I'm done putting it together.
You can definitely smell the China.
And smell what?
You can smell the China. Like, it's probably
You can smell the coronavirus in the box?
Yeah.
Well, good golly. I hope not. Oh, God. My first arcade game that I loved? Man, that's a hard one to remember. I did love Pac-Man. I did love Donkey Kong. Those were probably a couple of my favorite ones. I did play those quite a bit. But I think the one that I really, really fell in love with, at least in the later 80s, Street Fighter 2. Maybe early 90s. I was back in the day in good old Huntsville, Alabama. It's one of the only arcade games I got really good at. That caused me to get into a couple fights. Had a guy at a Circle K decide he wanted to get into a fight with me because I was doing too good beating him in the game. Saying I was cheating. I'm a die-hard Blanca user. Oh yeah, Tempest was a great game too. Okay. RMRO, I guess it's not going to matter which side because they both look exactly the same, at least how they're going to connect. It's funny, I keep looking up and I'm teetering between 3 and 6 viewers, which is pretty cool. Oh, wanted to give the guy a Hadouken. I was on like 10, so it was more like he... Well, here's a story. Here's a story about Street Fighter 2, the fight I got into in a Circle K. I was doing really good against this guy, and he got tired of it. And he tried to pull me off. Or he tried to take the game away from me because I was doing so good, and he thought I was cheating. He just sucked really, really bad. Well, he pulled me off, and then he, I pulled the game back pulled the game back from him, and the next thing he pushed me, and he swung at me. I ducked, and he turned around, and I got him in a big headlock, and started to turn the prettiest shade of purple you ever would see. He was there with his brother, which was a little bit younger than me. I ended up pushing his brother away, and he knocked over a beer stand. There was beer everywhere, and the Indian guy who was behind the counter, like, "You two must go. You cannot be here anymore." And he kicked the two guys out of the store. I was still able to go back. Because the guy knew me. He knew I wasn't a troublemaker. I guess he knew the other guys were kind of troublemakers, even at that age. Oh my. Very, very bad luck. Alright, one more panel to go. One more. And then I gotta screw it in the side of the machine. That is very, very bad. Yes, very bad, my friend. only racist if it's not true. Alright, well, that's not true. It can be true and racist at the same time, but. Little backstory about me. Yes, that guy. Alright, yeah, before I turn this on, I will move the camera around so you guys can see the moment I actually turn it on rather than where the camera's at right now on the other side of the room. And it's not a very big room, but you know, you at least get an idea of what I'm talking about. Alright. Alright, that base looks pretty darn sexy if you ask me. So, don't ask me, because I'll be biased. I'll be biased. Alright. Maybe I can get it by myself. Do I want to try? Yeah, I can get it by myself. Right. Well, actually went on pretty darn good. I'm actually. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, plastics. Cool. Nice meeting you. Thank you for sticking around. I'm almost done with it anyway, at least the building portion of it. I will. Next video you'll see of it, or a little bit of it, you'll probably see me actually playing it a little bit. So, get these screws so I can connect the base. Oh, of course, it's like an itty bitty hole. Why is it an itty bitty hole? Well, these screws aren't going to do it justice. I don't have a tip. What in the hell did they do here? Oh. Guess I had the wrong one, so that would do it. This one? They want me to make the hole myself. Rocking just a little bit there. Tell me when I'm done. Come on. Oh, there. Damn you. One side down. Yeah, I know, right? I thought it was actually going to be a little bit shorter. But alas, it's not a stormtrooper. A little short for a stormtrooper. Guess I had to work Star Wars somewhere in there. Give me my bit. Okay. It's not coming out anytime soon.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot better?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't need my hope?
No, I got it. I thought I was going to.
Tell me about Nickelodeon.
Well, Nickelodeon has the rights to it now, I believe.
Looks like it's almost done.
Used to be Konami that owned the rights to it. If I'm not mistaken.
I think you missed an L over here. I think you missed it.
No, it's in there. Make sure we got everything right here. All right, it is complete. Yay, yay.
Just gotta plug it in.
So what I'm gonna do real quick, guys, just so you can see what I'm doing. I set my tripod up and move the webcam over here so you guys can see it running a little bit when I turn it on. Gotta work on my fans, you know. So if it crashes, if it doesn't work, well, it's not going to work with all of us. So Alright guys, the camera is going to go a little haywire here for a second, so I apologize because I am moving the web camera. Oh. Shazbot. Don't mind the wires, they're all over the place. Alright, which one are you? I got like a billion wires back here. Alright. Dropped and caught in the right spot. Haha. Huzzah. Alright, guys. Still here. Alright. This will be about maybe about as close as I can get it, I guess. Oh, thank you, thank you. Alright. I'm confused because it didn't say anything about these two pieces. What were these for? Ah, crap. Well, I may have done a slight boo-boo. So, apparently these were supposed to go somewhere on the base. So what I'm going to maybe do is go ahead and unscrew these real quick and put these right where they're supposed to be, because I screwed up. And it was too good to be true. Too good to be true. So let's angle it down where I'm going to be. Trying to fix my whoopsie. That's probably where these 4 screws came in. I got a little too headstrong, and hopefully I didn't screw it up. Or at least screw up my screws. Watch me like, oh, that's not where you're supposed to screw the holes in. It was already pre-cut, blah, blah, blah. That's why. No pre-drilled holes. Okay. Whew, okay. Not bad. Okay. It was a brief screw up. I missed something.
What?
I missed a couple boards.
Uh-oh.
In the base. Probably not anything big, but.
So what does that mean?
That means I gotta take it off the base and put them on. To make sure I have them all right in there. I want to be all sturdy as I possibly can. But hey, I'm not the first person to screw that up, I know. Alright, this sucker's heavy. Alright. Ah, damn, I got the whole thing upside down. Son of a biscuit. That's why it didn't look like anything else needed to go. Ah. I gotta do the whole base all over. Gotta take it all apart. Jeez. Way to go, Aubrey. There you go, guys. Come on, focus. All right, don't focus. Maybe that's what my problem is I turn the autofocus off. Jeez. Well, I think I did. I was doing this because I did turn the autofocus off. Well, it could be better, it could be worse. Oh, where is it? Well, it doesn't show my autofocus on here, so let's configure it. Camera control. My autofocus has been on this entire time, so go figure. You know, it's very blurry for some reason. I don't think I can adjust it here. Nope. Oh well. Hopefully it'll be better for the next stream. So yes, I tear it all apart. There's the 2 screws. There's these 2 boards right here. And then this board and this board are upside down. Yeah, it's a little upside down, so unfortunately. Just when I thought I was in the home stretch. Yeah, face palm. Face palm and a half. A couple face palms, actually. Yep. Because I put these little wooden things in there, like these guys, I have to tear it all apart. For people say to the studs, well, that's pretty much what I'm having to do. Much like a car, I guess I had some extra spare parts left over. Now I'm getting a little hot. Probably not getting hot, but it probably has to. Frustration. Still auto-focusing? Okay, good. Just these last 4 screws. Now you're gonna see what I'm talking about. See? Flat. Holes. And that was so those 2 small boards could actually. So those 2 small boards would actually go on there. Which means the thing that sucks is when I put this thing back together, those holes I screwed in the side of the computer, or in the side of the base, may not line up to the ones I already put in, or at least the new screws. Because it'll be just a little bit of a different height. Well, I didn't know this was going to take me 2 hours to do, but hey. You guys are all real troopers for sticking with me. Even the ones who probably came a little bit later. Alright, there we are again. Get them right now.
It's not messed up or anything, right?
Mm-mm. So any of you guys who are watching, that are still watching, how many of you played these games in the actual arcades themselves? I know I played them both at Timeout many years ago. If you don't know what Timeout is, it was an arcade that you would find in places like, say, a mall, where you could go and ask your mom or dad for $1 and you could play 2 or 3 games. Now you need to ask your parents for, you go to any place like that, now you need to ask for like $5 to be able to play a few of those games. But unfortunately, many arcades are dying. You know, they just game consoles have pretty much killed the. Okay. What were your favorite arcade games, Clammy? Played the first Ninja Turtles that's on this here. I believe at the Timeout, like I said, and Turtles in Time, I believe I played at my skate center in Alabama. If I'm not mistaken, in Huntsville. Because they actually had some pretty good arcade games there. That's where I got into my second altercation for Street Fighter 2. Oh, I moved the camera, sorry. One cool thing I'm looking forward to in our town, probably later this year, maybe beginning of next year. I actually have a Dave & Buster's that's actually opening here. They are tearing down an old Sears building here in town. They're putting it in our mall. Hopefully, with this whole virus thing going around, it doesn't actually kill the mall. I'm sure there's a lot of businesses that are going to be leaving the mall. Because of this. I think that storm has mostly missed us. It's just a bunch of noise out there right now. Maybe a little bit of rain. So if my feed closes out before I finish, I apologize. It means our power will probably go out. Alright, here's what I missed. That one, and that one. Yeah, it's going to be different height. Crap. Oh, I have a couple extra small holes that probably won't even see. Being hopeful on that. I think probably one of the more interesting arcade machines I played was back when I lived in California. If you watched that anime Initial D, that that game was actually pretty cool in the arcades. We're not going to talk about my horrible skills at Dance Dance Revolution, though. Actually, I wasn't the worst person in the world playing that. Gotta admit, though, I'm a white guy. I got like 3 left feet. All right. I think about 4 or 5. Well, what happened, Bill, was I forgot to put 2 little support boards on. And it just so happens I had to take the whole thing apart to put it back together. Alright. Let's try this again. So it's even a little bit higher than it was. Okay, yeah, that's better. Was wondering why it was kind of rocking like it was when I first put it in. Yeah, Bill, I had a little boo-boo. You ever put anything together, Bill, and have extra parts? Yeah, that's what just happened. You get a close-up here. And just a little bit from that other screw. All right. All right. All right, guys, I am going to go ahead and plug it in. Hopefully, it will not have any issues and it will fire up if I did everything that I was supposed to this time.
Actually setting up.
Mm-hmm. I see nothing. Maybe there's a switch on the inside I have to flip. I did everything it told me to.
Oh.
Does that one work for that, just like the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
There we go.
Yay!
It's for me. Yeah, I did
Woohoo!
something. Look, I did it.
Yay! Good job. Good job.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I remembered that.
I'd have been sad. I'd be like, what did I do? What did I do?
You would have probably never thought of it.
I eventually would have, but it would probably take me a little while. I'm like, oh. Of course, much like any game, which one you guys want to see? You want to see the original? Or do you want to see a little bit of Turtles in Time? You guys hear it on the microphone? Exactly. Oh, let's go a little old school here. Let's go the original. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle power. There we go, Konami. Yes. Well, I'm already here.
Fire! Hang on, April.
This brings back a lot of memories. Let's see what else you got here. Oh, you got flying control on here too. Okay, cool. Let's see how the buttons feel. Oh yeah. The controls are pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed. I still died a lot here. Ah. Yes, I died. I'm horrible in some cases. I always hated those things. As you can hear, the joysticks sound pretty good. They're very functional. So, definitely can't complain about that. I always wondered how sometimes the foot sort of always caught you in midair when you're doing a jump kick. It's always the strongest hit. Still strongest hit. Yes, it's very nostalgic. It's got the old school sounds. I hate these things.
Not too big
April. Oh yeah. I think this was Rocksteady, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I hate this. I hate the guys in the machine guns. Yeah, gotta be Rocksteady if I'm not mistaken. As if I remember how to beat him.
Take your plan, Toyo.
Oh yeah. Always hate his machine guns. Yes. Alright. Thank you for coming in, Darth. I believe you're Brian, so if not, well. It's nice seeing some of this. Oh, yeah. right, let's try Turtles in Time. Let's turn them off, turn it back on. We'll give Turtles in Time a go. All right, man. Thank you, Bill. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys all watching up until I got it fully finished. So you guys have an amazing night, and don't forget to game on and like and subscribe if you haven't already. So I will catch you guys next time. You guys have an amazing night. Later.